started a new part document, but I haven't yet entered Edit Sketch mode. In this example, I'll simply click the line command from the Sketch Command Manager to automatically enter Edit Sketch mode and activate the command. I could also select Tools, Sketch Entities, Line to start the command. Next, I have to select the plane I want to sketch on. I'll go ahead and choose the front plane again. Note how the plane remains at an angle to the screen this time. This is because I went directly to the Line command without first activating Edit Sketch mode. Now I could sketch on the plane with no problems, but it's good practice to view your sketches normal to the screen, especially when creating initial sketch geometry. To do this, I'll click the Normal To icon from the Heads Up View toolbar. I'll cover more of the items listed here later in the course. Now if you want SOLIDWORKS to automatically rotate the view normal to the screen every time you start a sketch, access System Options, Sketch, and check the related option. Back at my sketch, note the cursor feedback I get when I hover my mouse in the graphics area, showing a line icon under the pencil cursor. This indicates the line command is active. If I were using the circle command, for instance, you'd see a circle icon under the pencil. To start a line, I'll click once in the graphics area to define its starting point, and click again to end the line. Once I've defined the first line segment, the command stays active so I can continue sketching additional lines if needed. When I'm ready to end the line chain, I can either right-click and select End Chain, or double-click to end the chain. Note the line command continues to stay active, so I can sketch more lines if needed. Another method used to sketch lines is the click-drag method. Instead of clicking once to start a line, and then clicking again to define its endpoint, I can click and drag the mouse to define the line, then release the mouse button to define its endpoint. Note that this method does not let you create a line chain. So if you're sketching a chain of lines and use the click-drag method on the last segment, the chain is ended. Now I'm sure you've noticed the blue and yellow dotted lines that appear as I sketch. These are called inferencing lines. Inferencing lines work together with pointers, sketch snaps, and relations to graphically display how sketch entities relate to one another. For example, if I start a new line from a point on an existing line and move my cursor away at a near right angle, the perpendicular inferencing line appears and my cursor snaps to it. And a linear inferencing line appears when I move my cursor in line with the segment. Blue inferencing appears when my cursor is aligned horizontally or vertically with an existing point or endpoint. I can also hover a line's midpoint to snap to it, and when I move my cursor away, inferencing then references the snap point. This functionality works with all sketch geometry in SOLIDWORKS, and I'll talk more about sketch snaps, inferencing, and relations throughout the next few lessons. Lastly, I want to show you how to select and delete sketch geometry. I want to delete these lines, but when I try to select them with the line command active, it simply starts a new line at the selection point. To select sketch entities, you must exit the command you're working in first. This can be done by clicking the line icon again, either from the command manager or shortcut menu, but I prefer to use the escape key to exit commands. When I do so, the selection tool activates. This tool is active by default when other tools or commands are inactive, and is represented by a standard pointer cursor. Clicking the selection tool from the menu bar is another way to exit an active command and make selections. I can then click on an entity to select it and press the delete key to delete it. For the remaining entities, I'll Control-select each one, right-click, and select Delete from the shortcut menu as another method for deleting.